What's up, everyone? Today is March 9th, 2022. I'm Gene.
And I'm Zane.
And welcome to Hanging with Uncle.
It's a special Wednesday edition.
It is. And so, normally I do Wednesdays because Zane is at work, but we had a special opportunity today, so we really don't have a whole lot of things to talk about.
No, not really, no.
I do have something really important I do want to bring up. First of all, today we are smoking AK 1995, and it's coming in at 24%.
It's some pretty solid stuff.
It really is,
man.
It's
pretty solid.
It's definitely AK.
It smells delicious and it's really crisp.
Yeah.
It's sugary too. It's pretty. It's a pretty strain. But yeah, we just had a little hangout today and decided to do the Wednesday show with you.
Yeah, I appreciate. Sean is here with us today. Your brother. What's up, Sean?
Hello.
Yo, he's chilling. He's enjoying the show.
Yeah. So last week I was invited on another YouTube show called A Compton Cop.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah, hosted by my friend Officer Arnie Villarreal. We worked together in Compton PD together.
Yeah. What is their premise over there? What do they talk about on the Compton Cop?
Things that happened in Compton while we were there. The stories that happened, the real life, because certain people are getting total recognition for everything when the department was so much bigger. I talked about the incident where I had the shoot or don't shoot incident with the guy in the wheelchair, and you'll have to when I get that, when it's up ready on A Compton Cop, I'll get it and post it on our show.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
So then you'll hear the whole story.
Hey, you can hear a story. I love it. I love stories. I mean, that's awesome. I'm glad they get to talk about just things that have happened, because honestly, it's really good therapy for some people is to be able to talk about things that have happened in the past. I mean, you and I both have talked about things that have happened with you and Compton and such and whatnot, and it's pretty crazy that you've been through a lot of those crazy things. So, it's therapeutic to be able to talk with other guys that have been in the same situation and scenario and whatnot, and relate and talk stories. That's really awesome.
So
that's
next
cool.
week I'm supposed to be on the show again.
Yeah.
Along with another fellow Compton cop who has his own YouTube show called Red Pablo Mason.
Okay.
And that's the red with two D's.
Okay. R-A-D.
Yeah. So, they talked about how they really like your insight on stuff and, welcome you to the show. I know you weren't a Compton cop, but they would love to know what questions you have about what we went through and what's changed in policing over the decades.
I'm a curious cat, but it definitely was an era, to say the least, of cops versus civilians per se, versus an era of drug violence, corruption in a way, but also music and its influence in that point too, like other influencers like gang members and such like that.
See, and that's interesting to hear that someone's perspective from Compton would be more about the music instead of other things. That's cool for real,
right? Because I'm sure you didn't appreciate NWA back then,
if when you listen to the lyrics, you understand what they're saying,
right?
And
so then
if you don't like what they're saying, you don't like what happened.
Right, absolutely. Well, you were there though in those situations.
Yeah,
I'm sure there were some cops who did not favor that type of music or that kind of poetry, I guess, towards music and such. So,
right.
I mean, it's a different take for everybody. I'm sure another cop could be like, yeah, that was some crazy stuff. You hear it down the street and they're talking about killing cops.
So I know we've had the conversation before about how when NWA came out with "Fuck the Police," I was sitting in briefing room in Compton while I was getting ready to go out into the street, and our field supervisor came downstairs with his boombox and cassette player, and put in "Fuck the Police" and let us listen to that. Wow. And tried to pit that us versus them mentality,
literally that,
going out into the street, and I'm just like, Did you hear what he was saying?
Probably not, because all they heard was "fuck the police."
You know,
right.
And it's like there's so many times I saw people walking around with like those yellow legal pads writing rhymes and shit, and I'm just like, you think this is gonna get you someplace? And they're like, yeah, I do. I'm like, okay, well, good luck to you then.
Right.
And look where it is now.
Exactly.
So
right.
I couldn't tell you who I came across. There's one dude I know I came across because I arrested him twice. He's passed away now, but
twice. Oh,
yeah, Anthony Johnson. Yeah, he was like in a bunch of music videos, playing the part of Easy.
Okay.
You know, in those videos where Easy was running away and shit. That was Anthony Johnson.
Okay.
Back when MTV actually played videos.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's when MTV. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Was at its prime.
Yeah.
Those music videos.
But props to dude. You know, he went on, got himself out of Compton. You know, made a name for himself in Hollywood. You know, glad he got out. I'm sorry he passed away at such a young age.
Yeah, it's sad to hear. Definitely. Yeah. No, but I mean, definitely there's different insights for different cops. I'm sure during that era. Different experiences, different situations, all that nonsense. So
without a doubt.
It's crazy to think that there's others that talk about it. It's cool.
So there's this one thing, really, that everyone, I think, should understand. One word that describes the, yeah, but what about, well, this officer did this and this officer did that, and how come they did this? Discretion. Okay. There's three of us sitting here right now.
Right.
Each of us could see one thing happen and have a different response on how to handle it. Discretion. And that's why there's so many different variations. Why I really hate people trying to argue with me instead of just trying to listen to what I'm trying to say, the experiences that I had.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, like, I agree with that. 100%. Oh, thank you. Dropped my pen. Sean helped out.
Right.
Yeah, but it's cool that we have a partner out there. It's awesome to hear that we have another YouTube channel out there that we get to hang out with. Two others. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Two. We have two others. But, I mean, hey, anybody else wants to hang out? We're down. Definitely. We'd love to get out there and get to be a part of like the podcast community. That'd be cool.
Yes. You know, definitely, because there's lots of stories that had to be told in Compton. Some are really funny, some are really sad, but some are really good.
Right. We'll bring the smoke, definitely, when we go and talk about those stories.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
It's gotta be awesome. Man, yeah, this is some good stuff.
It really is. So have you been paying attention to what's going on in Ukraine?
I haven't dabbled today. It's been an off day today for me. I wasn't really feeling too hot today, so I kind of just laid low and stayed underneath the radar.
I've seen lots of videos where convoys were destroyed, and then Ukrainians raiding the convoy and taking everything out of it they can so they can use the Russians' weapons against them.
So be it. There was a law that was signed that is allowing Ukrainian citizens to fight back against Russian soldiers. It was released like a few hours ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, they should be able to. They should be able to militarize and become a militia and defend their home country, definitely. Especially if they want to. There are women that are uprising right now. There's some ladies that are coming out and saying they have their own groups and like they're hiding their faces, yes, but they're out there ready to fight just as much. Like,
so one thing that puzzles me, okay, really, I mean, we have this maniac, Putin in Russia invading a sovereign nation and attacking civilians, women and children trying to flee to safety. They attacked a children's hospital or maternity ward, but they attacked a hospital.
Yeah, they're attacking in like places that are saying they're a safe road. Like, this road's safe. Like,
there are villages that have no military strategic value whatsoever, and they're just bombing the crap out of everyone. So, at this point, Poland has offered to send their MiGs to Ukraine because the Ukrainian pilots need planes and know how to fly the MiGs.
Right.
and in return, the United States would give Poland fighter jets. And I want to say, I don't think it's just F-16s, but fighter jets, to replenish their stock of national defense weapons.
Yeah, since they're loaning theirs out, hey, you gotta hold on to these.
Right.
Yeah.
So at this point, knowing this is what Putin is doing, why would the United States not want to agree to those terms? I'm sick of it at this point. Excuse me, but fuck the dumb shit. It's time we did something and trade the fighters and let the Ukrainians have the arms that they need.
Yeah, we're having the sanctions. Yes, I know they're doing a lot, but there's lives being lost down the daily.
Yeah,
it's sad to see it continue and go on. And I guess, like I've said, there are Russian soldiers who don't even know what they're fighting for, and they're dying for it.
There's so much more that could be done, and I don't know why it's not being done.
Well, my understanding is that the rest of the country, or world, sorry, our country, we all understand that we stand with Ukraine, but the rest of the world also stands with them right now. And they know that we have their backs, and their leader also, with his posts and his videos, is asking for support. And
I know thousands of United States citizens have gone to Ukraine to fight for their defense against the Russians.
Absolutely, and there have been some key people who have passed already, but I
know Putin's lost a lot of field officers, generals, and stuff like that, colonels, and
they're planning to fight for liberation or fight for, take as many as they can with them. It's that kind of war right now. It sucks to say, but the only way for it to stop is for it to end, and that's on Putin's call.
It really is. I think he just needs to get punched in the mouth real hard. This is what I really wish would happen. I wish the people of Russia would say enough. They don't want a war, and they storm the Kremlin January 6th style. That's what I wish would happen.
I mean, better than January 6th, I hope. Better than their outcome.
At least this would be a justified reason to revolt against your government, because they're leading you to a path of possible nuclear destruction.
Right.
And enough is enough. I don't want nukes used.
Nobody does.
Well, no sane person does. But like you said, some people just want to watch the world burn.
Absolutely, that's true. Yeah, that's what I was going to get to. Well, except for those. Well, I mean, more sanctions, more things are coming up. Even now, about 30 minutes ago, Sony Entertainment even announced that they're doing sanctions against Russia, even for their new releases that are coming up or things that have been set to launch, within this week. Corporations are making moves, countries are making moves. It's up to them.
And Ukraine is a hot topic. It's going to be until we kick Russia out of there and get Putin out and just do a regime change. Somebody that has some common sense.
Right.
Well, anyway, again, this is a special Wednesday show. This is much longer than I anticipated going today. But I hope you guys are enjoying the day, and we will definitely see you on Wednesday.
Hope the Suns win tonight.
Definitely. All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.